So our neck, we're going to work on reducing some tension. It's going to lead to more stability within our neck. So if you've ever heard of things like bone spurs happening in the neck, it can often be the brain telling the body to create more bone because it feels unstable. So moving the vertebrae in all these different directions that we're going to play with is going to give your nerves and your cells the information that they need to keep active and strong. And it's going to push healthy fluid in between those joints. And it's going to let that brain and body know that our necks are strong. And we can relax those shoulders down. I want you to leave your jaw relaxed. So kind of take notice of areas where you're going to feel some tension. I want you to sit up nice and tall. And as we go through this, remember to keep breathing. So pay attention to when we're holding our breath. Okay? So this first one we're going to do is a top head circle. So we're making a circle with the very crown and top of our head. So to do that, I'm going to bring my chin down towards my chest. My chin is going to stay in the center of my chest, and I'm going to drop my right ear to my right shoulder. So chin stays towards the center, dropping the ear to the shoulder. Good. And now I'm going to lift my chin up to the center, dropping my head back as far as I can. Chin again is going to stay in the center, left ear to shoulder. Good. And then drop the head forward as far as you can. So rather than tilting and turning that chin over the shoulder, we're thinking ear to shoulder for this circle. So again, let's go right ear to right shoulder. Drop the head back, open the throat. Left ear to left shoulder. And draw the chin forward. Let the head hang heavy forwards. Good. One more time. Let's go right ear to right shoulder. Lift the chin. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin forward. Relax those shoulders down away from the ears. Again, pay attention to where you're holding that tension. Right ear to right shoulder. Drop the chin back. Left ear to left shoulder. And let the head hang forward. And I want you to create 5 more circles in this direction and try to smooth out the transition between those points, keeping the chin in the center of the chest and allowing those ears to drop towards the shoulders. Good. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. And when you finish that last circle, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to change direction. Good. Reverse the direction, ear to shoulder. Keeping that chin in the center. Move slow. If you feel any areas that are kind of clicking and cracking, it's okay as long as there's no pain, but just feel it out. Maybe come on the other side of that pain if you do feel it. Don't force it through there. You can pause in one of those places where you feel some extra tension and just kind of move the neck around and see what makes it feel better, what makes it feel worse. And just notice. Excellent. You can play with eyes open, eyes closed. It might change how dizzy we get or how much we can feel what's going on. Make sure you're breathing. Let's go one more circle in that direction. Excellent. Nice. So sometimes when we go for those neck circles, we kind of pass through a lot of ranges. We get really passive with it when we kind of whip our head through and don't really pay attention. So slowing it down and focusing on ear to shoulder can help open up some of that space between those bones that we might be missing. That's not all the ways that your neck moves though, okay? We're gonna play with another one. So we're gonna do a chin circle now. This is gonna change a little bit of that sensation. So I'm going to look over my left shoulder this time. My chin is gonna come up and over to my right shoulder. And then I'm gonna draw my chin along the collarbone back to my left shoulder, okay? So chin as far as you can over the shoulder, lift as high as you can with the chin, open the throat, over to the right shoulder, And then finish that circle along the collarbone. So again, move nice and slow. Kind of pause in those areas of tension. What makes it feel better? What makes it feel worse? Relax those shoulders down, especially as you're drawing that chin over the shoulder. Pay attention if that shoulder wants to sneak up to the chin. Don't let it cheat. Nice and slow. This one might make you a little extra dizzy, a little proprioception training again. Good, nice and smooth circles. Lift that chin as high as you can as you reach to the other shoulder. Let that chin fall along the collarbone. Go one more, and then I want you to change direction. Reverse the circle. Nice. Good, keep breathing. Anyone getting dizzy? No one stopped yet. Excellent, let's go one more chin circle. Nice and slow. Excellent. A little different sensation from the top head circle. Everyone's eyes just kind of bugged out there. A little dizziness maybe. Play with it standing, sitting, see what kind of differences you feel in the body with that. All right, we're not done yet. Your neck is so cool. It does more things, okay? So I want you to go with your thumbs on your collarbone here. These two little nodules here, good, and fingers up. And now as I pull my head back, I want the more chins you can get, the better on this. So you're gonna draw your chin back as far as you can. And if you wiggle your fingers, you should be able to see them out of your peripheral vision, okay? And you'll see them if you're looking at your screen as well, okay? So pull that chin back. The more chins you get, the better. Pull back even more, even more. Imagine like you've got a ponytail here and someone's just pulling that head back. Good. And then you're gonna glide that chin forward. So if I wiggle my fingers, I can't see them out of my peripheral vision. A little side view here. Pulling the chin back as far as you can. Gliding forward. And again, think about the tension in the jaw and the shoulders as you glide forwards and back. My chin is not lifting. Imagine like it's on a horizontal line here. Straight forwards and back. So go ahead and play with those neck lines. Good. As far back as you can. Test it out. Pull back. Even when you think you're at that maximum, try to go further. Good. Move slow. Might notice some little tweaks in the shoulders happening with this. Good. Excellent. Let's go 3 more. 2. And last one. Nice. Good. And now we're going to shift side to side. So I want you to keep your fingers where they are. You may need to adjust how wide your pointer fingers are. And now here the goal is to glide my head to the side to touch my finger. And I want this whole side of my face to be moving in one piece. So I'm not tilting my head. I'm not turning my chin to make it. So if you find that you're turning the chin, shorten that range and try to glide side to side. And another cue is you can use your thumb and your pointer outside of your temple and your jaw, and you can try to make contact with the temple and the jaw at the same time. And again, you can play with the range. How far can you glide side to side? Excellent. Yeah, get weird, giggle, that helps. Good. Without tilting and turning. And again, shorten the range for whatever you need to get that side to side glide. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And on this last one, I want you to hold it to the side as far as you can. Keep that nose and chin in the center. And let's hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go side to side again. Good. 9, 8, 7, as far as you can. 6, 5, 4, it's getting better. 3, 2, and we're gonna hold it on the opposite side this time for 10. Good, keep pushing that chin over to the side, temple and chin at the same line. Hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Good, roll those shoulders out a little bit, maybe a few neck circles. Sweet relief, right? Good. All right, now we got to link all those together. Okay, so if you saw the little video that I shared in the group, saw those little bobblehead neck circles, and these are all the ranges that we're going to hit. So again, I like the thumbs on the collarbone and fingers out in front. You can use those as a little target. Again, closer the fingers, the smaller the range. Further out the fingers, the more range you're asking for from the neck. So we're going to glide our head forwards in that maximum position. Shift our head to the side to make contact with the finger. Pull the chin back as far as you can. The more chins, the better. And then over to the left or the other side to touch the finger. So you're kind of creating like a diamond shape. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Keep going. Front, side, back, side. Make sure that chin isn't tilting and turning. Good. And when you feel ready, you can start to smooth it out into that circle. Maybe let the hands come down. Try to keep that chin in the center. Yes, laughing, I love it. Get weird. It's tricky, it's tricky. Keep going, play with it, smooth it out as much as you can. Let those shoulders relax, keep that movement all within the neck. So if you find your shoulders tilting up and down, relax them. Keep that movement within the neck without turning the chin. There you go. Find the jaw wants to cheat and slide to one side for you. Good. And then when you're ready, let's go in the opposite direction. Keep going around. And then when you're ready, smooth it out into that circle. You'll find one direction is much easier than the other, but you've got two sides. You've got to play with them both. Good. Use those cues if you need it. Excellent. Smooth it out. Don't forget to hit that back side as far as you can. Don't pass through that one. Come back as far as you can. More chins the better. Good. Keep that chin in the center. Chin in the center. Excellent. Keep going. Let's go another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it out. Good. How do we feel? Goofy, go ahead. Top head circles, maybe some chin circles. Good. But wait, there's more. You guys never paid this much attention to your neck, have you? So you've got this horizontal plane that we've been circling our neck around, but it also moves in this vertical plane, okay? So for here, again, I'm gonna draw my chin back as far as I can. More chins, the better. And then I'm gonna lift my chin and my neck up, get really long. I'm not reaching up, but I'm lifting up in the neck. I'm gonna push my chin forwards and then bring my chin back and down. Okay, so back as far as you can, lift up with the neck, get tall, forwards, and then pull it back in. So we're creating this little vertical circle with the chin without lifting the chin up. Try to keep the chin again on this line, lifting in the neck to create a little bit of a circle. You can give yourself a cue if you want with that finger under the chin. Make sure you're lifting up with the neck rather than with the chin. Good, vertical circle. Don't forget to pull that chin back as far as you can. Get those double chins. Good. And reverse it. Reverse the direction of that circle. Good. Pull the chin back. Let the chin come forward. Excellent. A lot more furrowed eyebrows on this one. Relax the face. Go for those circles. Excellent. Relax, shake it off. And then we're going to play a game for this last minute here. So I want you guys to start creating that horizontal circle, circling to the right first. Okay, circling to the right. Go ahead and find that. I'm going to call out change direction. And if I say that, that means you're going to stay in that plane, that horizontal plane, but you're going to change the direction of the circle. If I say change plane, you're going to switch from the horizontal plane to the vertical plane. Okay, and moving the neck. And then here, if I say change direction, you're going to reverse the direction. Make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're gonna start off with your circle towards the right, change plane, change direction of the cues. The only rule is you can't stop moving. Okay, so even if you continue moving in that old circle, until your brain and body have figured out how to make that transition, you have to keep moving. Okay, so no stopping to think about it. I want you to keep going. All right, here we go. Let's start with this. Horizontal circle towards the right. Good. Change direction. Excellent. Keep that chin in the center. Change direction. Good. Change plane. Good. Now we're going vertical circles. Excellent. Change direction. Reverse it. Nice. Change direction. Good. Hearing some clicks in your shoulders, neck. Change plane. Good. Horizontal circle again. Nice. Change plane. Back to vertical. Good. I'll give you two more. Change direction. Excellent. Change plane. Nice. Good work, guys. How'd that feel? Lots of clicks. Go ahead and come off mute. I'd love to hear what you guys experienced with the free writing and the meditation and how our necks are feeling after all this. What'd you say?
That actually lit up my shoulder more than I expected.
Yeah, so connected, the neck and the shoulders there. So a lot of times, I mean, you find like just how often throughout the day, just think about taking a deep breath and just seeing how much those shoulders will fall away from the ears and how much we hold that tension up in here. But we have so many connections, so many muscles, so many nerves that go from our neck to our shoulders. A lot of times shoulder pain, the source of it can be with tension up in the neck and just limited mobility and stability there. Yeah.
My mobility sucks.
Gotta start somewhere.
And yeah, it's just like, oh. When I saw
which one did you feel it the most in? The most limiting?
The forward and back.
Forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I have a cervical fusion and discectomy, so I don't know if.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of limited it, obviously, a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I noticed that you went all the way forward. Like my fingers were only like right here, where yours is like way back here. When you were like, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Some years of practice. But and that's the thing is that we are able to push forward more than we are backwards. So ideally you want to kind of find that same range as far forward as you can push back, or as far as you can push back, I should say, is how far you want to push forward. So try to find kind of that even point all the way around to create that circle. But if you ever wake up those mornings with like a stiff neck, you know, right, we start to compensate with that by turning our shoulders and everything with our neck and being really, you know, stiff in our movement. But if you can start to work in these little glides, you can usually work it out within that day. It can release a lot of that tension there. You know, a car accident, I've been in car accidents before with, you know, whiplash, and the front of the neck is just so sore, but taking some just very small movements, side to side, forwards and back, and within, a day or two, you can feel so much better and release a lot of tension. Headaches sometimes, going for this and just kind of relaxing those muscles in there, that can help release some of that as well.
And it's hard not to use the shoulders, not to actually.
Right. They want to take over.
Yes.
And smoothing out the movement is really hard. I just felt like really jerky. Getting it to flow. I wanted to flow. I feel like I need my whole body to move.
Yeah. Right. Our joints, they have to be able to move, really well on their own. They have to be able to collaborate with the rest of the body too. But you find, when we don't isolate them in any way and figure out how they can actually move, then some of those bigger joints will just start to take over for it. And then before you know it, a lot of my older clients that I've worked with, they can't get their ear down to their shoulder. Or they can't turn their head all the way over. Neck mobility becomes really limited. And that's when those, bone spurs and things can start to occur. But yeah, absolutely. It's interesting to just kind of play and find out what part of my body wants to take over here. What's the limiting factor here? But just, take some time to play with it, and doing it in the mirror is great feedback. Because you can see if you're tilting, or turning that chin and kind of cheating through there. So the mirror is really good feedback for this one. You can just, when you're brushing your teeth or something, you can play around with a little bit of neck movement. Awesome. Any other thoughts on it? Feel good? The game, was that a little bit of a brain buster, or was it all right?
Yeah, you had to think about it. Yeah.
Sorry to keep moving.
And I feel like once we did the reverse, I ended up being back the way I was when I started.
Right.
Somehow I missed a step, and I'm still going the same way, trying to flip it, and I couldn't quite get it to go.
Mind muscle connection. We'll get there. How about the free writing? How did you guys find that?
I like it.
It's good.
Yeah. Did the pen keep flowing? Did you stop yourself? Did you censor yourself?
A couple times. I'm so I just scribbled.
Just keep the pen going. Yeah. There's a thought in here somewhere.
Yep.
That was good. I think the first maybe 30 seconds kind of took me, and then all of a sudden, then when you said time, I'm like, oh, but I got more.
I know, right?
Then you kind of get into it, and you're like, oh, I could keep doing this.
Yeah, that's something I've been starting my day with. A little bit of free writing, and it's like I've talked about with Jen and Paul, it's like a little dust buster for the brain. It kind of gets out some thoughts that are just circling around there that can sometimes take up some energy throughout the day. So putting those out on paper, it's a great way to see, just what choices that you need to make. Maybe where are you censoring yourself? So I love it. There's a quote that goes along with this that, kind of inspired the free writing, and it was, have the courage to make choices that you need to make, accept what we can't change, and have the wisdom to know the difference. And so I think finding what wisdom we hold within is something that comes out really easily in our free writing, when we allow ourselves not to censor ourselves and see what comes up and not hold back something. Like I said, it's a lot of times those things that make us feel difference that we want to hold in can be the thing that actually brings us closer together, or closer to somebody who really needs it, or closer to a person that you need. So just think about what you're holding back in your speech and where you censor yourself, and writing is something that can help us formulate those thoughts so that when we do go to speak them, it's a lot more clear.
I kind of had to laugh because during the meditation you had mentioned, because I'm always having trouble finding my words, right? And so I'm like, oh, I got, hypothyroidism, I got neck issues, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense now. Yeah. No.
Well connected.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The podcast, we're bringing it out of you. We're
Yep.
opening it up.
Yep. Exactly.
Any other thoughts? Any hopes, dreams? What do you want to share? Carly, was it you that said last time that the class was just the perfect amount of woo Or you?
I think that was maybe Claire.
Oh,
right?
I saw that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I was like, how was the woo today? Was
I
it?
can handle a lot. I lived in the Northwest for a long time, so
Carly has a very high woo tolerance.
I know my way around the woo.
I loved that comment. I was like, perfect. Because like, you know, speaking of censoring yourself, that's something I often think about is, you know, just being too much of something for somebody, or, you know, and expressing things. So I'm like, am I too much woo? Am I too much holding back? What is it? I felt like I had a good balance today as well.
I agree.
I feel like that's a Minnesota in you.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, so good to see your guys' faces.
Always.
Next week, we've kind of gone through all the joints. We've done ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck. So we're going to get into coordination over the next couple of weeks. So we've isolated each joint and how they move. If you missed any of those previous classes, I do have a YouTube playlist that has all the videos on there. If you want me to like email you the link for that, go ahead and pop your email into the chat on here and I'll send that to you. It's also in our Facebook group if you wanted to join the Lost AF Community Facebook group. But the next couple of weeks, we'll get into how all of our joints coordinate with one another. So some different patterns, again, that will bring out your relationship with frustration. Yes, exactly, Lindsay, the little neuromuscular challenge. I can't even do it right now. There we go. Little things like that. We'll figure out how all of our joints work together. So it should be kind of fun and goofy. It'll be a little bit more active. We'll be up and moving around for some of those. So hope to see you guys there.
Thanks, Meg.
Yes, it was so good to see you guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys.